Ladies and gentlemen and children of the planet Earth, do you know what you're looking at? Well, let me try to describe it to you. What you're looking at is, of course, a depiction of the greatest structure on Earth, and the boy king, aka Tutankhamun, who appears on the reverse of the $1 bills on the corners or the ends of the Ark of the Covenant that I depicted in my previous videos. But let us move some of this stuff out of the way, and let me show you some of the other tools I have used to discover the things that which I have discovered on the reverse of the $1 bill, including what some people believe to be the face of an alien. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, there's a face of an alien on the reverse of the $1 bill. But getting more serious, because I'm a serious type of guy, as you can see, the crazy guy from Howard Beach. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what I can do. I know how to use these tools, and I have used these tools to modify jet airplanes. When I worked on the A-10A project for Fairchild Industries in the jig department, aka modifying jet airplanes. And I learned how to use these tools because I learned how to use these tools. Farkas Precision Instruments, made in Germany in 1936. These are tools that you would use to do scribing on mechanical parts so that you could modify metal objects such as aileron sections for jet airplanes. And this is something that I made as a child. This is part of an aileron made out of 6061 aluminum. I did the riveting, and I did the entire designing, including the bending of the ribs, utilizing blocks like this, folding the metal over the blocks, then heat treating them. And I can do all of this because I will tell you that I am really a jet mechanic. And the reason that you know that I'm a jet mechanic is because here's my license. And moving past my abilities in mechanical engineering and mechanical drawing, I can tell you that the 3,300 pictographs that I have discovered on the obverse and reverse of the $1 bills, by utilizing the words in the Bible, including even the directions in books such as Kings and the book of Revelation, that there is a codex between the Bible and the $1 bills. And inside this codex, it gives you a description of about 3,300 pictographs that can be seen on the obverse and reverse of the $1 bills. And I am going to show you how I know this to be true right now. I am going to show you 6 sets of alignment marks. Exactly 6 sets of alignment marks on either side of the poles that which I call the poles of shittim wood, that run parallel to both sides of the Ark of the Covenant. There are a set of alignment marks here, 4 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 alignment marks here, and 4 alignment marks here. There are also opposing alignment marks here, 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 and here. Those alignment marks are there for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. And the reason those alignment marks exist is because someone with a set of instruments like this, or someone with a set of instruments like this, knew how to use these instruments and create the most complex mechanical engineering drawing on the face of this planet. In fact, I don't even believe that if the entire staff of NASA got together and utilized all their skills, all their money, and all their technology, that even NASA could design this pictograph or series of pictographs that exist on the $1 bill, and I'm going to tell you why. If NASA could design something as complex as this, it would be more than a miracle, because no one on earth has the ability to comprehend the level of Euclidean optics necessary to see the seraphim that are shaped like oxen or bullocks on the ends of the $1 bill. And I explained to you that you can see these oxen or bullocks if you fold the bills properly and in fact move them around in different directions so that you can see all of the various complex angles necessary, such as this, in order to see the faces of the bullocks and or oxen, and then the faces of a man, this being the eyes that look like a man, and the Euclidean optics necessary to follow the light or beams of light around the God pod so that the seraphim could see around the God pod and or the evil seed of death, in order that the seraphim could protect the representation of the Lord God and or his Shinka or energy that sat upon the mercy seat, which was traveling through the desert protecting the wandering Hebrews for 40 years. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You couldn't create the pictographs necessary with the most advanced team of scientists on this planet to show you or to prove to you that they had this ability, which is not possible, because even if they could replicate this drawing with all the different various forms of alignment marks, including the lines that run parallel to the poles of shittim wood, and including the lines that run in a radius around the center of the compasses of either the God pod or the compass of the evil seed of death, even if something had the ability to traverse itself through the universe and come to Earth and build this three-dimensional construct with all of these alignment marks and make it possible to make King Solomon's temple from the constructs of $1 bills. In fact, you are looking at a depiction of King Solomon's temple from the bird's eye view. You are also looking at the Ark of the Covenant. And the reason I say that NASA itself couldn't make this drawing is because in order for the NASA to make the drawing, they would also have to show you how the words in the Bible describe to you how to move across the various planes that exist on the $1 bills themselves to make different forms of constructs, such as things of this nature, which is represented as perfect geometry. If you were to take a snapshot of what I have created right here just by a simple folding of the bill, and you understood Euclidean optics and geometry, you would see a picture of what is known as perfect geometry. However, there was nothing on Earth that could create this drawing in today's world. And the gentleman who was supposed to have created this drawing in 1934 for the State Department or the Treasury could not have done so, because as I said, the alignment marks never stop. There are 10,000 variables in how to move the lines around on the obverse and or reverse of the $1 bill. And while I was doing my research, I discovered that the angles that are on these alignment marks that I'm going to show you right now, of course, the angles that I just showed you here in orange, those angles are 59 degrees, 59.5 degrees. These angles, oops, there's a new set of pictographs right there. These angles are the identical angles of the Great Pyramid in Giza. And this, ladies and gentlemen, as I have described to you, George Washington being the Alpha and the Omega in previous videos, George Washington is the Alpha because he is the first president. And George Washington is the Omega. Look at that. He's the Omega symbol too. It just so happens that I was correct about this. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. George Washington is the Alpha and the